Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the farm. It is a brisk 40 degrees this morning, and before we get out and feed all these little hogs, we've got one thing to do. We got people coming to grab chickens. All right, so we are getting rid of our well summer flock. We're just kind of cutting down before winter comes. So Brooklyn and I came out last night and we took all the hens out of here. So all we've got left is our well summer rooster, and he is a pretty rooster. But we put him in our new meat wagon up front, so we didn't have to chase them around when our people come to pick them up. But that's really close to our bedroom window, and I did not want to hear that all morning long. So they sometimes start going about 3:34 in the morning, and I did not want to wake up. It's 6 o'clock right now. So I need to reach in there and grab him and move him up with the rest of the well summer chickens. So let's get him out. All right, that wasn't too bad. I don't know if many of you know, the well summer roosters are that's what the Kellogg's Cornflakes rooster is supposed to mimic, is the well summer rooster. Fortunately, we have not been attacked by any of our roosters. We normally take care of those roosters, but look at those spurs starting. It's got some nice spurs, so good thing that he has not attacked us yet. But I'll hold on to him, try to get you a good look. He is pretty, and we're gonna miss him, but sometimes you got to make tough decisions. So let's get him up here with his hens, and we'll show you where we got them so they're easy to catch when the people come to pick them up. All right, so here we are with the meat wagon. Like I said, we brought all these up here. Let's see if I can do this one-handed, well, rooster-handed. We'll put him back with all his ladies. So they were just hanging out in here last night. I'm gonna close this up. I'm gonna give them a little feed. Two different people are coming to get a couple, and one's getting the rest. So give them a little feed here this morning. Rooster's already showing his hens where there's some feed. My luck is they're gonna get out here. All right. I didn't want them to go behind me because I don't have any way to shut that from the inside. But we do like these chickens. We're just, like I said, we're kind of getting rid of some of our chickens for over the winter, and we'll get a few new ones in the spring. But they do lay those pretty brown speckled eggs. There is 2 whiting true blues in here. They've always been with this flock. So that's just how it ended up. So I think there's 24 chickens plus the rooster, and they're all happy to be reunited now. So we're gonna finish up feeding, guys. We've got one important, well, they're all important chores, but more important than the rest today. We've got some pigs that are due in about a week, at least one for sure. And so we need to get her to the farrowing barn. So I got to get the farrowing barn ready, and I've got to get her walked across the farm. So let's finish up our morning chores, and then we will go get that pig. I won't tell you who she is until we go get her. All right, guys, here's all our younger gilts. We don't have any sows in here yet, but soon to be sows. We've got some litters coming along, and this is Chloe, and she is going to be heading across today. You can see she's sagging quite a bit, and it's her time to go over. We also have Peaches, who we do think is bred. As you can see, she looks like she's sagging pretty good herself. And then we have Pepper, our all black gilt. So we have 3 coming up here in October, I believe, getting ready. But today we're gonna get Chloe over for sure. You can see she's probably the farthest along. I believe Jamie said she is due next week. So this is her first litter, and we are excited to see what she will produce here. So she is definitely fat and round, which Kuni Kuni stands for. So she is who we're taking over. I'm gonna let her eat. I've got one more stop on the chores this morning, and then we'll get her farrowing area ready and take her across. Now, eventually the goal, we're gonna put a gate in this field fence here because the farrowing barn is right there. So we want to get a gate put in. Probably won't do that today, so we'll take her on the long haul across the farm. But we've got one more stop. Let's go check out what that is. It's a new stop on our chore list. All right, if you guys remember our last video, we had just gotten some chicks. They came in a day late, and they didn't do so hot. We had a few losses when we first got them, and then we've lost almost over half of them. So that extra day in the mail, it really takes its toll on those chickens. We are in my mother-in-law's barn here, and she has let us use this as the temperature gets colder. Our farrowing, or our brooder area for our chickens is pretty much full. So Brooklyn and I were able, we talked to Ryan at Valley Farms, and we were able to go down and pick up our last batch. I know it's hard to see here through the wire, but our last batch of 50 chicks for the year, the meat birds, and we have put them in here, and what a difference it makes. They do have a pickup option on their website if that's something you're interested in and you're close. I'd never had issues until we came to Tennessee with our post office and chicks being a day late, and it has just been rough. But we were able to go down, talk to Ryan and his family, awesome people. We were able to get our chicks, and it's about a 3.5 hour drive, but a lot faster than waiting that extra day for the post office. So all 50 are doing fantastic. We have not lost one, so it was well worth the drive for us. So these guys are in here. I've got this moving blanket just to keep the heat in here. Like I said, it did get in the 40s last night, but not so bad in here. But these guys are doing awesome. It was awesome to go down and meet Ryan and his family, and we were able to help sort some chicks. And what an amazing hatchery, and just a little hatchery that they're running there, and all those chicks hatching was quite a sight to see. So hopefully one day we'll be able to get down there and do a video and show you guys some of the things about the hatchery and how it operates. But we got our 50 meat birds in here. Everybody is looking good. Nobody is dead. So when they get off to a lot better start than what we had, there is usually hardly any loss. So we're happy about that. But we need to get that pig over there and get her ready, because she's ready to have some babies. So let's get out there and start moving the pigs. Okay, we've got this area mowed. There hasn't been pigs here in well over a month, at least in this end spot right here. So we've cut this off. We only use 2 fences. I'm gonna attach it to the fence behind, which has Josie and her piglets. And that way when we get another pig here in the middle stall, we can come out here and use a lot of this. When we need to open this up, I can add another fence and come out here a little bit farther for her. We'll just play it by ear. A lot of times we'll rake these farrowing pens out because they're in here longer than we'd normally like them. So we'll rake out poop. We've got the compost pile right there, so it works out perfect. So we are ready. I'm gonna go grab the kids. And unfortunately, She is right over here. Maybe I should come over here and look. I talked about putting a gate in there. Only problem with cutting the fence right now, right there, is all the pigs can get through. So I'm not even gonna mess with that right now. I'm not even gonna go look, but we are eventually gonna put a gate in there so we can get them back and forth a lot easier instead of walking around the whole property. But not today. So we'll go get Chloe and get her settled into her new area, talk about who she is bred to, when she is due. I may have already mentioned that, but let's go get her and bring her across. All right, I've got my pig herding team out here. The girls are just laying down relaxing this afternoon. We're going to get Chloe. I need to make that gate because it would make this so much easier. Hey, Patches. But anyway, we've got our team. We've got our thing of feed, which probably won't help that much because they've already eaten. And you can see she's large and in charge back here, not moving too fast. So we're gonna get this fence turned off, try to get her out, and we will start making, hey Delilah, she'll be coming in a little while as well. Start making the trek across the farms. All right, well, after a long trip, we finally got her. We didn't want to rush her too much, being this close to having piglets. We didn't want to stress her out, but she is here. This area is nice and big for her. She's gonna go check out her housing. We need to get a little more bedding in there.
This wasn't where it really was. This is where, I don't remember.
I think Josie was here.
Yeah, it's Josie.
Yeah. We've got it all cleaned out, and she is in here. Brooklyn's got some feed and water pans for her. We'll get that filled up. Best part about that is our new hose. If you haven't seen the video on the giraffe hose reel, check that out here. We'll put a link to it. Watch out, bud. Don't want to hit you with the pig mover. But here's our hose. We can get that all the way around the barn and get her some water. You want to take that? All right, she's exploring her area. I'm sure she's probably happy. She don't need to argue with anybody for feed. Here, you can bring it right over top of the fence, bud, because the fence isn't even on. Okay. Just spray it right in there. So that's always nice, having that hose all the way, retracts by itself. Get her some water. Man, it got windy all of a sudden. Get her feed out here. We'll come back out and check her out this evening at feed time, just to see how she's doing. I'm sure she's gonna enjoy life by herself for a little while until her babies come. But we'll come back out at feed time just to see how she's doing. All right, guys, it is about 4:30. We're just getting through chores. We're here with Chloe, who's been doing well this afternoon. Sorry about all the wind. We've got her fed now, obviously. You don't want to up their feed until they have their piglets. Otherwise, that can make the piglets get a little big and they can have hard time with pregnancy. So don't up their feed until those piglets are born. That way, once they're born, mamas need help producing a little more milk because pigs are eating off them and they're providing that milk for the piglets. So Chloe is in. Has been bred to Ryder, and Ryder is going to be a first-time sire, and we just love the way he looks. He's got that big old nose on him, and so we're excited to see what these two will produce. First-time mama, first-time dad, and she's looking quite big, but she's always kind of been a bigger sow. So put down in the comments, how many do you think? I'm gonna guess, I'm guessing 7. So we shall see. As always, we hope it's just healthy. We don't really care about the number of piglets, but she's doing well. I'm gonna add a little more hay for her to be able to start nesting with. this evening, even though she's due next week. I just want to keep everything ready. So we did use the 10-24-12. I just like this a little better for piglets. I feel like it's closer to the ground. We have used the 6-30-12 as well, but the 10-24-12 from Premier One is what we like to use in the farrowing area. We don't have a charger over here because we use these clips that Premier One sends you, and we've hooked on to Josie's fence and just come across and brought the charge across. The charger is way over there on the piglets fence. So that will run, I can't remember how many fences, but I think it's close to 10, if I'm not mistaken. That's the 120 charger from Premier One. So we've got her area up. It's been a good, successful day. Now it's just a waiting game. She doesn't have to battle anybody for feed. She gets her own fresh water, her own bedding. And hopefully next week we'll be doing a video of piglets and how many Miss Chloe has. So, and it's always nice to get them here by themselves. They don't do that well by themselves, but when they're farrowing, they don't mind. And we get to spend a little more time just with one pig, so we don't have a bunch of pigs coming up to us and messing with each other. So we kind of enjoy it because we get to spend that little extra time with these pigs by themselves and get all of our attention is towards them. So we'll be following along as she gets ready to have her piglets. We appreciate you guys following us along. All the chickens are gone now, all the Welsmer chickens. Chloe is in this pen. As we start to get closer to winter, we bring our stock down just a little bit. It makes it a little bit easier for us in the winter as well. So appreciate you guys following along. If you haven't already, we'd love if you'd hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for updates. And don't forget to make the change.